Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live, Radio Free Brooklyn. It's the best in the world, Ben Lewis. You're listening to Ben Talks. Yeah. And my guy Jutell was holding it down with me. Addy is out once again. She has a happy hour event that is about to start in just a little bit. It's going down at Ode to Babel, so make sure you make your way over there. And Mitch finally found the studio. Welcome, Mitch.
Fuck NYC traffic.
Yeah, right? De Blasio want to go run for president. But we got all these problems. So y'all ain't watched the debates last night?
So what if he lose? He's still gonna become the mayor?
I don't know if you lose your job for running. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. But that's like you. I mean, I don't know how it works. Yeah. But it's time for trending topics.
Whoa, my favorite.
Let's talk about this.
Don't do that. I wanted to ask y'all something though before we got into it.
What's up?
If someone asks you what you about, like, those are like fighting words, right?
I mean, depends.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Because a girl could ask me that, and I'm
because I went to a cookout this weekend, right? And I met this old lady, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I went to a cookout with this lady friend that I'm seeing, and her grandmother was there. And first of all, we walked in. She doesn't introduce me to anybody, so I'm standing there. The grandmother's looking at me like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna introduce myself." So I said, "Hi, I'm Ben," and she just looks me up and down and goes, "Ben, what you about?"
Oh.
Now I don't know.
She sizing you up.
Yeah, this was in Jersey, so I don't know. The lingo might be a little different.
Yeah,
she was pressing you, cuz.
Right, that's how I felt, and I was just looking at her, and I thought, is Ben Lewis gonna have to smack an old woman right now? Like, I really, like, I was very confused.
How you respond after that?
I was looking at her like, excuse me, you know, and I kind of put my feet, like, I got my balance right, because I was like, yo, I don't know what's about to happen. Like, she might get up and swing on me, so I got my balance right. You know, feet shoulder width apart. You know, 6 inches behind the other one. Get your balance straight. Get your base strong so you can get a good punch off. But everyone else that was in the room was like, "Grandma, leave him alone." Da, da, da. So, so that kind of diffused the situation. But yo, look, Grandma.
Listen, old people be drinking though too.
Yo,
sometimes they be.
All I'm saying, Grandma was sitting down. If Grandma stood up, I had to show her what happens when you ask people what they're about in Flatbush. Okay, like, I don't know how it goes down in Jersey, but over here, them's is fighting words.
That's a fact, though.
That is a fact.
But I don't know. I felt like maybe I was overreacting, but I'm glad y'all see it from my perspective.
You was wrong, brother.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was ready.
I mean, usually grandma show you love, man. Give you some food.
Not this
right.
Call you sweetheart.
Nah. That's what most grandmas do, man.
Word, man.
She's just saying.
I mean, nowadays, grandmas are like 30 years old, 40 years old nowadays. So.
Yeah, some of these grandmas be hella young.
Bernice Burgos is a grandma. It's a sexy ass grandma.
Oh, shit.
She is a grandma?
Yeah, she's a grandma.
God damn. Anyway, let's get to these trending topics, man. The NBA, no stranger to beef, no stranger to issues.
Right.
All right, but this is a little issue that's a little bit different. We got Damian Lillard and Marvin Bagley III having some rap beef going on. Now, Marvin Bagley, just to give a little backstory about this, Marvin Bagley appeared on ESPN First Take. I would play the clip, but ESPN is gonna, try. We can't play that. We don't got that kind of budget. But anyway, So Marvin Bagley goes on ESPN. Max Kellerman asked him does he think he's the best MC in the NBA, and if he would battle Damian Lillard. Of course, any MC, any person who's confident in their abilities and whatever they're doing is gonna say yes to both. And that's what Marvin Bagley did. And Damian Lillard responded by dropping a diss record that night. Marvin Bagley responded like 2 days later, I think it was. And I just wanted to get you guys' take on this, because first of all, I thought the first swing was pretty good. I thought Damian Lillard's first track, the response to the whole conversation, I thought that was really good. I like was that the Story of Addy beat that he used?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he went with what's probably gonna go down as one of the classic diss records in hip hop. the story of Adidon, where they say Pusha T forced Drake into fatherhood.
Yeah, he definitely did, man. Drake his career should have been over, man.
Nah, never that.
But Marvin Bagley, he did 2 diss tracks, didn't he? People were saying that it was 2, but the first track that they were saying was one of the diss tracks came out before he went on First Take. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so it was just Damian Lillard dropped a diss track, Marvin Bagley responded, and then that's pretty much where it's at. Marvin Bagley killed him.
Yeah,
I think Marvin Bagley definitely won.
He said he had some tea too. That one made it more interesting. He said, "Don't let people make me show you the DMs."
Oh,
I guess Damian Lillard tried to make him sign with Adidas. And then he said in one of the bars, he's like, listen, us Pumas jumping over Adidas. And I was just like, oh, wow. But I was like, Marvin Bagley, I like him, though. I like him as a ball player. Yeah. I like him as a human being. He's kind of dope. And I can't front. Like, he's a good rapper. He's better than majority of rappers in the game right now. Somebody to just come out, he was doing good. I ain't gonna front.
He ain't doing nothing for me for my fantasy draft, so I ain't gonna lie.
The fuck?
I mean, like he ain't doing nothing for me for my fantasy draft.
That's how personal, brother.
Yeah, that's real personal. Feel me? That is personal. But
that chill boy make a diss track about you.
Hey man,
he'll destroy you too.
Hey, I don't know. We don't know about that, man. If I got step in the booth, I got step in the booth.
Oh, chill out.
I'm gonna talk about his game, man. You feel me? That's gonna hurt. You know that game, brother man got it though, but but like in all seriousness, he killed Dame Dollar, man.
He did.
And I was shocked though.
I was a little shocked too because I've listened to Damian Lillard's records, his albums, and I'm like, yo, this is really good. Like he's actually one of the few NBA players that you come across that can actually make decent tracks and can actually spit. Right. And it's rare that you come across somebody that was like that. Now we know there's been a ton
Shaq.
of NBA players that have tried to rap.
Shaq is nice.
Shaq was definitely nice.
Shaq was not nice.
We not going for like Shaq didn't have ball. Really.
He wasn't better than Kobe.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But Shaq wasn't nice though.
Wow.
No, absolutely not.
Really.
Before Dame Dollar took the crown, Kobe was the best rapping NBA player.
He only had one song, bro.
Nah, that he was.
We just talking about the song with not Brian McKnight.
He had a song with Tyra Banks.
Kobe?
Yeah.
You remember that?
But there was another one he had with a singer.
I don't know.
Was it Brian McKnight? I forgot who was it, but
I don't know. But
he was rapping.
Tyra Banks still look good though.
Oh, come on, brother. Black don't crack.
That's a
that
fact.
forehead looked good too.
Yeah, man. But so Marvin these guys are just bored in the off season.
Yeah.
That's what all this is really coming down to.
These basketball players got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, too much money, too much time on their hands.
Right.
That's what it is.
Open a day. How many of them have studios or go to the studio often?
I mean,
Victor, we got Dave, we got Marvin.
You got the kind of money that NBA players is making. Like, if you have a passion for something, why not put whatever your passion is in your house for you to be able to do it at home? Why are you gonna go rent out studio time? I'm gonna build a studio in this mansion that I bought.
It just goes to show you how talented black people are, man. We could literally do anything when you think about it. We could be athletes. We could be any type of entertainment. I think we could do comedians, whatever it is. I think we just all could do that.
I just hope he doesn't ever get to a point where he's like,
I'm quitting.
I'm done with this NBA stuff. I'm gonna just be a rapper full time.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
To be honest, well, let's think about it, guys.
What's wrong with that?
No, hold on.
Where do I start?
Hold on.
Where do I start?
If you had to choose a career between being a basketball player or a rapper, which one y'all choosing?
I mean, to be a rapper, there's no rules, really.
All right, so what would you choose, man? A rapper?
I would definitely be a professional athlete.
What?
Yeah.
But all the ball players, the football players, they want to be like the rappers.
Yeah, obviously the rappers are they want the lifestyle of the rappers, but they want the money that they getting. It's just like the rappers want to be professional athletes. Why? Because you're getting the millions of dollars and you don't have to work as hard as a rapper does. The
rappers work hard. Come on, you can't take that away from them.
No, I'm saying I didn't say rappers don't work hard. I'm saying to be a professional athlete, you're making twice, 3 times, 4 times as much money as a rapper, and you're doing less like work overall. Like, you have to put in work in the off season to be good, yes, but for a rapper to make like, especially at a certain level, you might have to do 2 or 3 shows a night
to make what a I mean, yeah, but we're rapping. I mean, I feel like you last long. You make more money in the long run.
Yeah, of course.
Rapping.
It's not a physical game. So
yeah,
you can do it forever. Basketball, you have a small window, but you can make in that 10, 15 years that you're playing basketball, you can make enough money for a lifetime.
That's what Antoine Walker said.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and look how he had the.
Well, he had some issues that went along with that. You know, man was alcoholic.
The NBA players be having entourage and don't even know it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yo,
I mean, but
let me find out I'm in the club. It is an NBA started. I'm like, yo, charges to that dude Bill right there. I'm with him.
That's a fact.
But rappers have entourage too.
They have entourage, but a lot of those people that's in the entourage is usually working for them too, though.
True.
Hell, rappers have entourage before they even start making real money.
So
like we've been to some of these underground shows. Like these dudes are on stage. There's 15 dudes up there. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like jumping around. It's like
I mean, it is an entourage, but I think those are just the brothers that you came up with. You know what I'm saying?
Not always. Some people sneak in there.
You think so?
Come along for the ride. Yeah, for sure.
Sneak in there.
See, you just said if you was in the club and you see one of these dudes.
I'm talking about a ball player. I would never do that to a rapper. A rapper gonna say, well, boys to shoot me. He gonna fuck me up. A basketball player fuck me up. I'm suing that nigga.
You
could sue a rapper for fucking you up.
Yeah, but he got better chance to kill you
unless it's the baby. If the baby fucks you up, don't do nothing. He's gonna fuck you up again.
Yo, you seen about the BT Awards?
Yes.
Is he really that stocky?
No, that was fake arms. He had stuffing in his sleeves.
That's
he's not
corny,
really,
bro.
I heard he's paying homage to somebody.
No,
bro.
he always does like something like kind of wacky a little bit when he performs. That's kind of his thing.
He remind me of Ludacris. Because Ludacris used to do a lot of wacky
stuff. Ludacris did do a lot of wacky stuff. Yeah, no, but that was definitely stuffing in his arms. He ain't that stocky.
Oh, okay.
Although the way he punched that dude on IG, you would believe
that he was skinny motherfucker. Wait. Come on, he fucked like he
punched his pants off, bro.
Bro, they stomped that man out, bro.
No, you talking about two in the mall?
Yeah, they stomped that man out, bro.
Then they stomp him out.
They stomped that man out.
I heard they jumped him.
They fucked him up, bro. They stomped him out, bro.
I heard they jumped him. That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That's what I mean. That's the guy went back there to the security guard, and the security guy was like, "Yo, what happened?" And he's like, "Yo, he got choked out by the security guard
in the mall. The one that was
with the dreads."
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: you get beat up on IG Live. What you gonna tell people? They jumped me. I'm gonna say that too.
Nah.
You saw them 16 dudes that was just stomping me out. That's exactly what I would say.
That. If I got fucked up on IG, I'm like, look at me. I still look good out here, baby. Which one of y'all bitches gonna come over here?
I'm not letting the baby beat me down like that. That's a fact.
That nigga's rocky though. I ain't going front.
I don't go fuck. I don't care. I don't go fuck. I'm not letting him beat me down like that.
Well, I hope you wouldn't like antagonize him in the mall if you see him.
I'm antagonizing any celebrity I don't like.
From Brooklyn, crazy, man. We not pussy out here.
Y'all crazy, man. All right. So Nipsey Hussle was posthumously honored at the BET Awards Sunday with the Humanitarian Award. T.I. was the one who presented the opening speech. Nipsey's family came up and was talking. A lot of people had issues with two things that I noticed. The first was that they didn't feel like BET did Nipsey justice enough with the tribute. Like they didn't think the tribute was good enough, was big enough.
Wait, this is the part when like John Legend, DJ Khaled, YG was performing the songs, or like that tribute, that part, the music part, or the part where they were just talking?
Well, I guess just like overall, like
okay.
Yeah, I guess they didn't do enough. And people were a little confused at the speech that his mom gave. I don't know if you guys heard it.
I heard it.
A lot of people, I don't think they understand how spiritual this lady is.
Yeah.
She's real deep. She's real positive. I actually like her because from the first time when her son died, she was in the car and she was like, I knew when I see my son, I knew he died. And at the end of the day, like everybody thinks it's a tragedy, but it's actually a blessing. And I actually agree with that because people look at death as like, wow, this person's not here no more. But it's actually a blessing. Like they lived their life, they did what they had to do. Mm-hmm. They made, especially like Nipsey Hussle, he made his mark on the earth. And now everybody's doing this thing was like, yo, I want to open my own business. To this day, like when Nipsey was here, I never really heard people say the marathon. I was just at a graduation yesterday. People's using that the marathon continue as like a regular thing.
I seen a couple graduation caps with Nipsey on it. With the saying, the marathon continues.
And when did he die? In March or April?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're about to be in July.
Yeah.
And people still, you know what I'm saying? So to be honest, he's one of the first rappers in this era when we had social media that was kind of big. That his life got taken away, and it's sad how he got it taken away, but the point that he died in this time and day era with social media just made it even more bigger.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even listen to Nipsey Hussle when he first came out. I'm not going front, but as soon as he died, I was just on live mixtapes, just downloading all his
listening
music.
to all his early
and
stuff.
I was like, oh, this dude is like actually dope. Like he's a gangster, but he's actually a woke gangster. Mm-hmm. Like he's a spiritual too. Like he was on a whole nother level. And I see where he get it from his mom. His mom is the shit that she say is just like, yo, you really gotta be on another level to understand. A lot of people don't understand that. And it's cool if you don't understand it, but my thing is just don't say she's saying something stupid or you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just real dope. I like what she's saying. But the tribute, I don't know, man.
No, I agree with you with as far as what the mom was saying, because she is a very like spiritual, and she to me she has like a sense of understanding that you would just hope that you would have in a situation where, again, he was only 33 years old. Like that's very like young, and for a parent to have their child at 33 lose their life, like you would think till this day, and it's not even that long ago that it happened, that you would still be like grief stricken. And she just has such a calm like understanding about her. It's like it's almost as if she feels like her role now is to kind of ease everybody else's pain about the death and the whole situation.
I feel like Nipsey Hussle was kind of big, you know. I didn't listen to his music as much, but like conscious wise, he used to go on like YouTube and talk about like the Illuminati and everything like that. So he was pretty conscious in that. And the fact that like the reason why he was bigger than like a lot of things, because, you know, he was rolling 60s, he was Crip. And for a lot of other brothers out there, like they took that as inspiration to see like, yo, if I gangbang so long, yo, maybe I could turn into him. But whatever set you claim, whatever gangbang or heard you from, that's what Nipsey brought. And I feel like that his life got taken away. Come on, what, 6 shots, 4 to the chest, 1, like 2 to the head, something like that. Yeah. That's an assassination, bro. Like that's, you know, like that's crazy right there.
Yeah, definitely. But as far as the tribute goes, do you guys feel like they should have done more? And because I want to bring up the fact that like was it 2008 when Michael Jackson died? He died 2 days before the BET Award, and they switched up the whole. They switched up the whole. I don't know if you guys remember, it was a while ago, but they switched up the whole entire like premise of the show.
Chris Brown did it, right?
Yeah, Chris Brown came out of hiding after he whooped on Rihanna. Right. They brought that man out of the cave and
I don't know,
made him perform.
Like Michael Jackson and Nipsey Hussle, like Michael Jackson is like up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
For Nipsey, I mean, I don't know. The performance with YG and the other dudes that was part of Nipsey Hussle set was kind of dope. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of DJ Khaled. I don't know why the fuck he was on stage. Really, like he's just yeah. To me, I find him
people have been getting sick of Khaled, especially after he made that hating ass video about Tyler the Creator's album going number one on the billboards over his.
Nah, it was pretty good though.
That Tyler the Creator's album,
he's actually a good rapper though. I can't front.
Well, Khaled was just mad because the algorithm failed him.
Yeah,
that's what it was. The algorithm failed him. He felt like if he makes and this is how all his albums are built. He puts about, if it's like 13 tracks, about 8 of them are radio records.
Right. Yep.
And so they're gonna get a bunch of streams. They're gonna get a bunch of plays, and that's gonna catapult it up the Billboard ranks. But Tyler the Creator's fans very loyal to him.
He got a whole different fan base.
Exactly.
A whole different fan base.
Exactly.
A Tyler the Creator fan is not really listening to a DJ Khaled album. People that listen to DJ Khaled album, people that usually go to the club, whether you're from like the inner cities, any cities and stuff like that. But DJ Khaled should never been at the Nipsey Hussle tribute. That's how I feel.
He put the joint together though. Like
he put that track together. But I'm not really a fan of DJ Khaled. I don't really think he's for the culture and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion. But the whole tribute.
You think he's a bit of a culture vulture? Would you go as far as saying Khaled is that?
I ain't gonna say a culture vulture.
I wouldn't say he's a culture vulture.
Cultural appropriator? Is that
something like that? Because he's been around the hip hop game for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So, but my thing is just like, what has he contributed to hip hop? Is my thing.
Some nice catchphrases.
Huh?
What you mean? We the best?
Come on, we the best.
Another one? What you mean? Huh? I say those things all the time.
Listen, if you live in my thing is, if you live in Miami, it's easy for you to live in Miami and get connected with all these people because everybody go to Miami to get that vibe.
You know the hot spots to go to.
So, come on, I think it's real.
I still ain't been to Miami, man. I'm kind of pissed off about that.
I've never been to Miami either. Nah. I'm afraid if I go, I ain't gonna come back.
I mean, I wouldn't want y'all to come.
if I go there, shit, I might leave with a wife or something, man.
But let me guess, a Cuban one, Colombian.
How you know?
How you know? Because you don't like black women.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Spotlight on your brother.
Here you go stuttering again.
I like educated black women, man. I like sophisticated.
You don't like a Lauren London. Look at you.
I don't think Lauren. I don't find Lauren London attractive like that though.
She's
all right.
We're
gonna move on.
I never found her attractive.
That's enough out of you. You know what? I'm gonna have to mute you for 2 minutes. That's crazy.
Hold on. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Do y'all think the tribute was good?
I think that tribute was trash.
Wow.
I feel like a lot of the gangbangers out there that fuck with Nip, that support that culture or that lifestyle, they should have been a part of that. I feel like they.
I didn't feel like enough Crip was on.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why.
And his brother wasn't there. Yeah, Black Sam wasn't there. Like that was weird. Yeah,
he's like, to be honest, he lately he hasn't been like, he really stepped out the medium limelight.
Yeah. That's true. Nah, he's like, they were like real close. So he's probably taking it the hardest. He's definitely probably not at the level of acceptance with the whole thing as the mother seems to be.
Right.
But I felt like they definitely could have done a little bit more. I mean, they had Lauren London come up, his other the other woman that he had a child by. Like they had people of the family come up, and they did a good job of letting the mother say whatever it is that she had to say.
Right.
And my didn't thing, really like try to cut her off or rush her or anything.
My thing is they shouldn't have even been on stage. That's my thing. Like,
why not? What you mean?
If you're paying a tribute to somebody, like, and the person's grieving or whatever, the whole family's grieving, you let them sit back and enjoy the memorial of Nipsey Hussle, like all his songs.
Well, it wasn't just a tribute though. There was an award involved, so they was giving a humanitarian award to him. Which
whack, right?
Yeah, so it bothers me a little bit that he's now getting a humanitarian award because he didn't just start doing these things the year that this year. But he's been doing this for
a while now.
So ever since he was in a position where he could help the people behind him, he was doing that. So he could have been.
This goes back to like you looking at death as a blessing, because you don't know what somebody was doing until they die. You never know their accomplishments.
Good or bad.
So can I ask y'all a question?
Good or bad, right?
Do y'all feel like Kodak Black was out of pocket when you said that?
What?
Kodak Black.
Nah.
About Lauren London? Yeah, you think he was out of pocket?
I'm not even
I don't think he was out of pocket. I don't think he was out of pocket.
Listen, I ain't even trying to lose Instagram. I ain't even trying to lose my Instagram followers. I'm not even trying to lose Instagram followers right now. Yo, can we move on to the next topic, bro? Nah, stop. You cut his mic off, right?
Yo, check this out.
Yo, I ain't even trying. I'm not trying to entertain that right now. Ain't nobody trying to entertain Kodak Black right now.
Yo, we talk about men wives all the time.
First of all, certain conversations like that you don't have on live.
Yeah. I'm not saying like, we talking about things, so we gotta. I feel like Kodak Black shouldn't have said it the way he said it. But we're not gonna act like he's saying we don't talk about other people like wives and stuff like that.
We got to move on. We got to move on.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna leave it with this, and the last thing I say: certain conversations not for social media.
Yeah, really.
And that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. It's certain. Everybody want to put stuff on social media, and that's what people do. They losing their morals, man.
Morals. I'm not losing morals.
I'm not saying you. But I'm just saying.
All right. So Through the Wire was that was Kanye's like first real big
single.
That was his first single, right? That's the song that put Kanye. That's what put Kanye on the map. And we know that Kanye is, so to speak, a sample king. Like he samples like no other, right? And so for the song Through the Wire, he sampled Chaka Khan's song Through the Fire,
right?
And so she sat down with this is an article on Hot New Hip Hop, and she says. They asked her about how she felt about the sample. Oh no, she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, but the article is from Hot New Hip Hop. Now she was talking about a song is a free agent. This is her thoughts on Whitney Houston covering her hit "I'm Every Woman." If you can rock the song, you can rock it. If you can't, you need to leave it alone. And she also gave her thoughts about Kanye West sampling her song Through the Fire for his hit track Through the Wire. She said, they talked about it before he began production, but their talk was very different than the song turned out. Obviously, she also stated that she wasn't happy with the end result at all. He called me when he just got out of hospital. He said, you were so instrumental in my healing process. I changed the words a little bit to the song, but I had to eat through a wire, jaws wired shut through a straw. It meant that much to me. It really got my heart, tugged at my string. I was like, yeah, use it. Then when it came out, she mocked the high-pitched chorus. She said, I was pissed. It was a little insulting. I thought it was stupid. If I'd known he was going to do that, I would have said, hell no. She admitted that she never told him that she didn't like Through the Wire, but she believes her silence toward him was enough. Does this change how you feel about the iconic hip-hop song Through the Wire?
No, it does not.
No.
Because honestly, I feel like she clout chasing right now, man. Nobody talks about her.
Chaka Kahn don't need clout.
Yeah, come on.
Nah, Chaka, she don't need clout. She don't. That's one thing she don't need.
I feel like she is, man.
What is she, like 60 or 70? And she's still going on.
I don't know
world
how
tour?
old she is. I'm looking at this picture. She's still looking kind of good. But she been doing music for about 50 years. So
yeah,
you know, let's say that. Yeah, she probably in her late 60s, early 70s.
I don't think she clout chased it. My thing is two things. Yo, Through the Wire came out like what 15 years ago.
Almost about 2000.
You now
2005.
you now putting your 2 cents about it, right? And then second, I think like lyrically wise, the whole theme of the song was fire.
Yeah, like I love the track.
Come on.
That introduced us to Kanye the rapper.
Right.
Like he was making his name through like producing and stuff like that up to that point. But that really put Kanye the rapper on the map, and that had us checking from like, yo, who is this guy?
Come on,
and then the album College Dropout right after that, like, come on.
He said, Toys R Us where I used to spend that Christmas cash, and I'm never gonna grow up. I'm a big ass kid. Yo, come on, yo, come on. That shit was too. Come on,
damn.
That shit was too.
But that,
dope,
when I was looking at the article, I was like, damn, like that has to hurt a little bit as the artist, right? If you sample the track. Because sampling someone's track is like, and you have to get their blessing. You know what I'm saying? So
she got paid for this shit too. That's why I understand why she got mad.
She didn't
That's
like
why I said she clout chasing,
but,
bro.
But even if she didn't like it, right? At the end of the day, Kanye West is just telling his story.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So respect. You gotta respect another artist's music. That's
but I feel like when you sample a record, it means that much more when the person you sample it from actually like comes out and says, "Yo, like that was fire." Like how I think it was Frankie Before I Let Go, Beyonce. That's not even a sample; it's a cover. Mm-hmm. But
with the runner, that one. Oh
no, at the end of Homecoming, with you probably didn't watch Homecoming.
I didn't watch.
But she sings Before I Let Go. You know Before I Let Go.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to have to kick you out the studio. That's how black people wrap up cookouts. They play Before I Let Go, and then you see a stack of to-go plates on the side of the table, and then you got to get all the cold burnt sausages, you know, that's left in the tray because they hit all the ribs and all the good shit. But anyway, so like they came out and said that they loved Beyonce's version of the song. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure that meant a lot for her to like get the blessing of the original singer of the song. So I don't know, that would make me feel the type of way like, damn, you hated it? Like she said she hated it.
Let me ask you a question. In the raising hand, mom raising hands right here. How many people here hate Kanye as of right now? The Kanye West that we know right now. Do y'all like him right now? Be honest. You like him right now?
I love
as a Trump supporter.
As a what?
Right now, he's a Trump supporter technically.
No, he's not a Trump supporter. He's a human supporter.
All right, you're right. I
said this guy has hot takes, right?
No, I mean, I ain't going for it. Kanye did say that. If y'all listen to that track with T.I. and Kanye, the People versus Kanye, he was explaining.
Yeah. I forgot about that track.
Yeah, he was explaining how like he's not really being a Trump supporter. He's just being a human. But like fuck all that. Like I understand what Kanye said, but at the end of the day, the man put on the MAGA hat. So at the end of the day, I don't respect you for doing that. But everybody here, y'all fan of Kanye right now?
I'm still a fan of Kanye.
I haven't been a fan of Kanye's music.
That's a fact.
I mean,
that
all right.
Was lit, right?
Hold on. All right.
Yo, that shit was lit.
Separate the man from the music real quick. Let's just separate the man from the music.
I haven't been a fan of the music for a very long time.
Oh, for real? You don't like?
Yeah, I wasn't. To me, like, I stopped rocking with him. What was the last one? What was the album right before Heartbreaks and 808s?
No, I didn't.
After?
Yeezus?
Nah, Yeezus was...
You ain't like Yeezus?
Nah, Yeezus... No, Yeezus was it. Nah.
I didn't like Heartbreaks and 808s.
Hold on. Yeezus is not a fire album. It's an experiment album.
No.
It's an experiment album.
That's when whatever mental
issues
he was going through.
He wasn't
going
through.
What you mean? You don't just start. You going through that your whole life.
But hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of people don't know. Travis Scott helped produce that whole album. If you listen to that album, Travis Scott wasn't out at that time. Travis Scott wasn't out. Kanye had him under the shelf. So when you hear that, when you hear Yeezus, you really hearing Travis Scott when you think about it. That all them beats is a Travis Scott type of beat.
So he stole somebody else's sound.
Basically, like he was working with Travis Scott at the time. And then
Travis Scott was like, ooh, I need to change that up. That's not good. I need to.
No, I mean,
I rock with the album just because.
I mean, I like it, but it ain't fire.
I'm not saying it's fire, but like Kanye West is on pro-black shit, so that's why I rock with it.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't going for it. It did leave a scar in hip hop. Like he went a different route with it. Like he didn't use the typical hip hop beats. He used metal type I don't even know what you want to call it, but it was different. And the album wasn't that fire, but it was a good album.
Man, well, back to the original point though, like if I sample a record from you, like you kind of want the person to
like it, right?
Yeah, you kind of want them to like it. So it's weird. I wonder why she hated it.
But in the interview, she didn't even say why she didn't like it. That's what.
Maybe
what
she's
really...
just not a fan of hip hop. I don't know. Or maybe she's speaking from the standpoint of seeing him put on the MAGA hat and all that stuff. So maybe she's like, screw Kanye at this point. That could be it.
People so sensitive, man. I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, if you're a black person, you support Trump. It's just like, come on, brother.
But
but we're not gonna get into. We're not gonna get into. We're not gonna get into politics on this show.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna get heated. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so a guy traveled to LA. We're all on Twitter. This was trending for a little bit this week. So this dude travels to LA and he was out there for 8 days. And 8 days. 8 days.
A whole week and a day.
He challenged himself to only spend $250 while being in LA for 8 days.
He must not do drugs.
And
yeah, he was sober as fuck.
Yeah, that's
my
drug budget right there.
You ain't cop no weed in Cali.
Come on.
Yo, but the crazy thing is he actually stuck to it. So I want to ask you guys, I want to go around and talk about the least amount of money that you've been able to spend on a vacation.
Damn, son. I ain't going front. I tried to set a goal for myself like this year, spending $61 a month.
Spending what?
$61 a month.
Oh, you live in Buffalo though. That's possible. In Buffalo, that's possible.
It didn't work out. So,
but this is hold on.
$61 is really low.
But
I feel like you spend $60. I feel like you spend $60 walking out your house.
Yeah, I tried to.
The most, I think I feel like I spend like $40 a day.
Yeah,
but on vacation, it's on vacation.
Okay, on vacation.
On vacation.
If
I'm
by myself, I'll probably spend $100.
You think you could go 8 days of vacation and only spend $100?
Yeah.
Where are you vacationing at?
Oklahoma. Fucking
ain't shit to do.
Do Arkansas,
right?
Arkansas.
Staying on a farm for 8 days. Like,
I mean, you could find somebody to feed you. You feel me?
Listen,
I
went to Costa Rica once, right? And I gave myself. Now this is way over $250, but I gave myself like $1,000 budget to spend out there, right?
That's not bad too.
Right, it's not bad, right?
Yeah. Baller alert.
Nah.
Baller alert? That's
for vacation.
That's what you should bring. You should bring a band,
right?
When you go on vacation, that's the least you should bring.
Right. The band is the $1,000 is the cushion. You ideally you don't want to spend the whole $1,000,
right?
But
right.
You know, like, all right, this is what I had to play around with. But see, that first night,
that's what gets you sometimes.
Y'all ever been to a strip club in Costa Rica?
I ain't never been to Costa Rica.
Yo, listen. They was putting the titties in your mouth. I was like, yo, listen. Here's my bank card. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, this is a nice areola.
Part of Costa Rica you was in, man.
I don't want to talk about it. Jocko Beach. Shout out to Jocko Beach.
Jocko Beach.
Yeah, I'm never going back there though. But I don't know if I could anyway. But yeah, man. So I don't know how this guy was able to do that. Like $250, and then LA is one of those expensive places in the United States. Yeah. So for you to be able to go there and only spend $250, he obviously had a lot of friends out there. Do you think you would have been able to survive in LA for $250 in 8 days?
Well, I was in San Diego last year, so I spent like $150
a week for the whole week.
How long you was out there?
I was out there for a whole week and a half.
You ain't do no drugs, you ain't drink, you ain't do nothing.
Yo, man, like I said, they first of all, when I was out in California, San Diego, they was like handing me weed, bro.
Wow.
The most I spent was on some Eddies and some food, but you know,
I don't fuck with Eddies.
You like edibles?
You don't?
I ate an edible one time, and I'm not even lying. I went blind for like 2 hours. Like I'm not even lying to you.
I believe you.
Where that's at, man?
What?
So he want to be Stevie Wonder over here. He already got the glasses.
Yo, I'm not even lying to you. Like I could not see for like 2 hours.
That shit. People that be I ate an edible once, and I was like, when this shit gonna kick in?
And
I woke up, it was a Wednesday.
And that's always the thing with edibles. You eat it, and then you give it like 10 minutes, and you like, yo, I don't even feel nothing. Give me about 2-3 more of those.
Yeah.
And then they all hit you at one time, and now you sitting there blind, trying to drive to the Bronx. And it was a bad night.
First of all, I ain't getting high going to the Bronx, nigga. That's one. And two, that's a war zone out there, man. I don't care what y'all. Oh, my
don't violate my man Kev like that.
Shit.
Don't violate Kev like that.
Wow. This dude right here.
You are a guest in his house.
Wait,
right?
where you invest that, bro? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Nah, them edibles or something though.
Wait, so you say you spent $150 in San Diego?
Yeah, I spent
That's
around
impossible.
$150.
I don't believe you.
Nah, because I was in a football
That's
tryout
right.
and I was with my boys, so we split things. So
That's
probably
a
will
little
help too.
different.
That probably will help too.
I don't. Nah. The most I've never. I can like the limit I have is like 500, but that never.
Right.
I was in Jamaica last week, a week from now, and I spent like fucking $500 there.
You were on a resort, bro.
I was on the resort.
If you, okay.
Yeah, that's
I was about to
the
say, if you go on a resort and you spend any money
Yo,
outside
to be
of
honest-
buying keychains for your family or getting bottles at duty free.
I'm not a fan of resorts.
Shout
though.
out to duty free. You know what I'm saying? Duty free be holding it down.
What is that?
The white hen. That's where you get the white henny. That's why everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
to
a
go
fact. That white hen dog be hitting.
Even though I went on a cruise and like the first, I had one of the I had the unlimited drinks package, and I was drinking for the first 2 days. I was just like white henny. And then, like, the fancy Hennessy, like the XO.
Yeah, the SOP.
I was like, yo, can I get that with this wristband? They're like, yeah. I was like, yo, this white Henny shit was trash.
Oh, you did that?
Hell yeah.
Serious?
Oh, I was sitting at the bar every night by myself. I know it sounds
But the
makes me sound
drinks,
like an
the drinks were strong enough?
No, I was just getting straight, like, Henny XO
Oh,
on the
just
rocks.
straight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got hair on my chest, baby. Come on now.
My fault. Damn, brother.
You ain't gonna wax that for the summer?
Listen, I'm happy it's summertime, though. I almost crashed like 5 times driving over here.
Yo, this
Listen.
heat is
Damn,
fucking
five?
crazy.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. There's like a little Spanish neighborhood you drive through coming over here. and-
Bushwick?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Jesus
the booty
Christ.
shorts. They all got the booty
I
shorts.
was driving like
that.
this. What the hell?
I'll be telling her, I'm like, let me pull that wedgie out for you real quick. Give me a quote, I'll pull that wedgie
All right, let's
out for
move
you.
on before you catch yourself a case on the damn show. All right. Cam Newton was on a flight, right?
Superman.
And, yes, and we all know Cam Newton is 6'5", 245 pounds.
Sound like the LeBron of football.
Right. In some ways he is. Now he wanted a seat with more legroom. Why Cam Newton wasn't on a private jet or flying on a plane that had legroom for people his size? I don't know. But I'm not 6'5", so I don't know the struggles that they go through.
Yeah.
All right. But he offered a passenger $1,500 for their seat so he could have more legroom, and the person said no.
Did he negotiate to go higher?
Fuck you. I just offered you $1,500.
It's a football player. I'm asking for $3,000. Come on, man. Come on. It's a football player.
For $1,500, I will stuff myself in the little carrying box or whatever that shit is on top of for $1,500.
Wait, hold on.
I'll be in there the whole flight.
So you wouldn't negotiate with Cam Newton?
For $1,500, I will go and sit in a dog crate and fly with the luggage.
Wow. For
All right.
I don't know, man. It's
€2.
It's a football player though. He got money. And he not even playing this season. What the fuck you doing?
Why he not playing this season?
He might have shoulder surgery, his injury. But yo, $1,500? You wouldn't give up your seat for $1,500?
I'm negotiating to go out a little
And
bit
then
higher.
Come on,
I'm negotiating to go a little bit higher. Come on.
You could, the other guy probably he could have been rich as fuck. He probably like $1,500 ain't shit.
Oh, that's true.
That's $1,500 more than you had before.
If he's rich, $1,500 ain't nothing to him. That's what you know what I'm saying.
You don't get rich with the mindset of $1,500 ain't nothing to me. Like you just
what? If you what?
Nah, Ben make a point though.
If you have the mindset,
if you rich, $1,500 ain't shit to you.
You're not gonna have that mindset if you're rich.
$1,500 at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Not if you rich. That's $15 to me.
Yo, Bill Gates still want a penny. If he got a penny,
Bill Gates,
he want his money. Yeah.
Yo, listen,
Real
it's
shit.
$1,500 for 5 seconds of work. Get up, or you sitting over there. Y'all swap seats. He probably grab his headphones, his pillow.
How you know he's not a Saints fan?
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what I'm a fan of. It's $1,500.
I got disrespect that. Fuck you.
You giving up your seat $1,500? Hell
Y'all
yeah,
not negotiating for more money?
dog.
I'm negotiating for more money. I'm negotiating for more money.
I'll get for
Some
$1,500.
people like
I'll give
bro.
him. Listen, I'll give him my seat, and then when they come around with the ginger ales and the cans and stuff, I'll be like, yo, give my serving to him. That's what I do. $1,500.
Y'all really want to negotiate for higher than $1,500?
Yo,
Honestly, I'm walking around ass nigga around the block for $1,500.
I'm doing that too.
That's a fact.
I got no shape in my game.
so you rather do something embarrassing?
That ain't bad to me. That's not embarrassing. Walking butt ass thing. That's not embarrassing to me.
All right.
God bless me, so.
Well, you can get arrested for walking around anywhere.
I have $1,500 though.
Well,
You're gonna have to use it on bail.
Listen, yo, fuck
You have to use that shit on bail.
How many days I'm staying in?
What you mean? We're not talking about prison. You on a plane and Cam Newton say, yo, I need more leg room, bro. Hey, I will cash up you $1,500. That's untaxed. $1,500 in your account.
I'm negotiating for more money.
You would have done it? I would do it too.
No, he said how long is the flight?
Oh,
that's a good question.
It matters? It don't matter how long the flight is.
What about a 14-hour flight?
I'm still.
And you said, and now you got to sit next to a baby.
Wait.
I'm crying. Now what?
I'm still taking.
Now you gotta give you $200 to the lady to shut your baby up.
I'm still taking that $1,500.
Come on,
yo, come
I'm still
on,
taking that 15.
Come on, man. Y'all, I can't take it. I'm negotiating for more.
What would you do for $1,500?
What would I do for $1,500?
Yeah.
Shit. Damn. Come back to me on that one.
The question for me is, what wouldn't I do for $1,500?
That's it. You know what? Let's use that question. What wouldn't you do for $1,500?
Yeah, what?
I ain't eat no ass, man. A woman coming to me, I ain't eat no ass. If a woman came up to me, saying
$1,500?
Yeah, I'm like, eating no ass. I ain't eating no ass. I ain't doing no sexual favors.
I'll put a damn.
I ain't doing nothing.
For $1,500, you ain't do no sexual favors?
No, I'm not.
I'll suck a bitch toe for $1,500.
No, I'm not.
I suck a bitch toe for $1,500.
Y'all asking for y'all want $1,500 for shit I do for free all the damn time.
This nigga me.
Like that's I don't understand y'all. What are you talking? You want $1,500?
Hold on. No, as a man, I ain't going for it because we right here. We talking on the radio shit, so I don't really don't give a fuck, right? At the end of the day, and what a nigga want to do with a nigga is none of my business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging that nigga. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
And I sure as hell don't need $1,500 to do it.
Yeah, so I don't like me. I don't suck toes, but for $1,500, I would suck a bitch toe.
I ain't sucking no toes, man.
I'm sucking a bitch toe.
A whole foot going in my mouth.
Fuck that.
I'm not sucking. I'm not sucking a pinky toe. I'm not sucking a pinky toe.
That's probably the only time I negotiate.
If she don't have a nail on the pinky toe, I'm not gonna touch it. Because some girls don't got no nail on their pinky toe.
You never ran into a girl that
don't have a nail on their pinky toe?
Yeah, you never seen that?
They got all their toes done.
Like an itty bitty corn. I'm like, wow.
I ain't going for old girls.
Don't try to put nail polish in that
Chinese
shit.
lady just put a little dot. She just boop. That's how she doing on the toe. She paint the rest. She just boom, boom, boom. That's all she doing.
I'm not a feet guy, but you know, if I did see a girl feet beat down, I gotta ask what you do for a living for your feet to be beat down like that.
What you mean? What you do?
I gotta ask what you do for a living. Like,
I'm a marathon runner. What the fuck?
Are you a ballet?
I'm about to say nah. Maybe she living like the Flintstones.
Then you gotta don't come in my house. Like you living like that, you can't come in my house.
I'm trying to think. What would I do for $1,500? Is the thing now.
Shit.
Or what would I do for $1,500?
For damn certain, I would have gave up my seat.
That's a fact.
The plane's got Wi-Fi. He could have cashed out that money right there.
Let me ask y'all ever been on the plane and the Wi-Fi work?
Nah.
No. Anytime I get on the plane, the Wi-Fi never fucking work. I be 50,000 feet in the air and the Wi-Fi never work. I meant to ask somebody that. I'm like, yo, as much as I take the plane, I'm like, plane that Wi-Fi never fucking works. That should get me tight. I
was flying to Puerto Rico once on JetBlue, and I guess they stopped giving out headphones on planes now.
Delta, I'm telling you, Delta the best airline.
Yo, I found a nice movie to watch.
Snacks, man.
Listen, I found a nice movie to watch. Lady came by, I was like, yo, excuse me, I get some headphones. She was like, oh, we don't got none. I was like, what? So I had to listen to the sounds of the plane.
Wow.
For 3 hours. It was terrible.
What happened to your headphones?
I didn't bring any because I said, oh, the plane is gonna have headphones. Albeit that the headphones on the planes are shitty.
They usually do have it. But the thing too, by now they should know how to get some shit where they could just hook up your headphones to Bluetooth by now.
Yeah.
We about to be in 2020, man.
Actually, I had headphones. It was the Apple headphones. So
you can't
put that in nothing. You can't put that in shit. Goddamn Apple.
Yeah. And if you got Beats, them shits are small enough to fit in there too, right?
I didn't have Beats at the time.
But I know the Beats. But
you got money.
I don't got Beats, man. I don't got Beats.
I give my seat up to Cam Newton for $1,500. I'll have some Beats.
I have a couple Beats.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all will take a hit from a boxer for $1,500?
Who's the boxer?
It doesn't matter. It's a fucking boxer.
Who's the boxer? I'll take a punch from Floyd Mayweather.
Oh yeah,
you crazy? Y'all crazy?
Mike Tyson?
The boxer can hit you in the face. Yeah.
Nah, then you got to negotiate. That's your job.
Now y'all want to negotiate. Now you want to negotiate.
That's $5 grand right
Hold
there.
on. I mean, it's a boxer, but
That's $5 grand.
I don't know.
Fuck $5 grand. I need 50 grand.
I got punched in the face. I got punched in the face before. I feel like I have a pretty
From a
sturdy,
boxer?
Not a boxer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
Wait.
I feel like I have a pretty sturdy chin.
We got headgear on?
No, it's a straight punch.
Yeah, I'm not taking that.
Dog,
hit
that's
then.
assault.
I'm not taking that hit.
Nah,
bro.
man,
I don't know headgear.
Flame everything you take that shit quick, boy.
Exactly. It'll be quick.
Oh,
What about Mike Tyson?
hell no.
Mike Tyson, hell no. Nope. Mm-mm.
I'm not taking it from nobody. I'm not. Nah, boy.
And the pillow to the side.
I ain't trying to have PT. I ain't trying to have CTE.
I wouldn't
PTSD.
take a punch from Mike Tyson when he was shackled about to go to prison. I wouldn't take a punch from him. All right? Any heavyweight boxer, I'm not taking a punch from.
Oh, so you take it from the welterweights, featherweights?
Yeah, I take a punch from a featherweight, a little cruiserweight. Like I ain't taking a punch from no heavyweight boxer or light heavyweight either, because them niggas be strong as hell.
You falling to the ground or you eating it?
I'm dying. What you mean?
Nah.
My head is rolling off my body.
No, I don't think none of us.
I'm not even gonna bleed. Like it's just gonna heal up, right? Like right on the spot. Like it's not
I wouldn't take a hit from a boxer either.
Come on,
so,
now.
nah.
Oh man, but that was fun. That's our trending topics. When we come back, we're just gonna talk a bunch of shit. Sounds like fun, right?
Yo, I got some stories for y'all, man.
Nah.
Do you? You gonna have the floor. You can tell us some stories.
I got some stories. I got.
I want to hear
stories
about
for
your
y'all.
trip to Jamaica.
My
That's what I want to hear about.
Let's talk about them Jamaican girl.
All right, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that after the break. You're listening to Ben Talks. This has been our trending topics segment. I want to give a shout out to our videographer Kev for holding it down. Thank you, Kev. You've been doing your damn thing. These videos has been looking immaculate and professional. And people actually hit me up like, "Oh, you got a little show now." So I'm getting some groupie love because of Kev. So
you better share that groupie love with him.
Yeah,
absolutely not. All right, but thank you all for tuning in. For our YouTube people, we won't be having a video next week because July 4th. So
woo,
we are gonna be enjoying some good cookout.
Right.
But that's
I'm
about
in
it.
Buffalo, man. I'm tight.
Yeah, that sucks for you. But that's our trending topics. We will be right back.
Boy, love Buffalo so much.